Well, this is my original name, and my name is Paula P'Cay. Popescu is my father's name, and Canaan is the name of my ex-husband. So it was Paula, or it is Paula P'Cay. And I married very young, and that wasn't the time when I started to make the first recordings. And so I tried to give me an artist name. And I thought, yeah, Paula P'Cay, but it didn't look good, so I said, no, I have to change something. I like how it sounds, but I don't like how it looks. And so it's my real name, Paula P'Cay.
And you fiddled with it.
Yes, exactly, because I didn't like how it looked like. But the sound is okay because it's my name.
Yeah, it sounds good. When did you start singing? Have you always been singing?
Well, when I was a child, I was always singing. Especially to these old jazz songs. I was listening when I was a child to a special sender, and every Sunday they played jazz and soul. And I was singing along all the time, and maybe I was 4 or 5 years old, and then my parents found out that I don't stop to sing, so they sent me in a special music school where I learned different instruments, dancing, singing, writing, yeah, everything that you need.
That's very nice. Your parents were artists? What were their background?
No, my parents weren't. My father was a kind of architect, and my mother, she was a normal, well, she was in Germany, she was a worker. When she came to Germany, she was a normal worker at Daimler-Benz, Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
No, but the cousin of my mother was one of the most famous traditional singers in Romania. So there must be something in the family. Yeah. But I think you can always find somebody in the family, and I mean, everybody knows someone out of the family who has a talent for music or who can sing. Yeah. I think.
You were born in Romania or you were born in Germany?
I'm born in Romania, at the Black Sea, in Constanța.
And how long did you live there for? All your childhood?
No, I was 3 and a half when I came to Germany.
Okay. And you've been in Berlin for how many years now?
Well, I'm here since 21 years. When I was 18, I came to Berlin. And
you've been working as a professional singer since those 21 years, or how long did it take to get going?
No, so, well, I was always singing, and I developed a kind of big passion for it. And then I went from home when I was 15 years old, and because I was ready to live by myself. And then the police found me and brought me back home because they found me with a 38-year-old millionaire in another city. And yeah, because it was my fault because I was getting sick and I had to go to the doctor. And I think the doctor called the police because he thought, what does a 15-year-old girl do with a 38-year-old man? Yeah, they brought me home, but I didn't want to be there. So I left home again at 16, and so nobody looked for me anymore. And I lived in Cologne for 2 years and tried to finish my 10 classes at the gymnasium in Germany. And it was a hard time for me. And then I went, with 18, I went to Berlin. And when I came here, I started to work as a bouncer, as a door woman. I was 18, but I was always very mature. When I was 18, I looked like 27. And when I was 15, I looked like 20, so nobody found out how old I was. And yeah, I started as a bouncer, and during that time, I met so many producers, DJs, singers, musicians, whatever. And so I made the first contacts here. And
this is in Cologne?
No, this was then in Berlin when I came here. Yeah. So all my friends and all my personal life is here in Berlin.
And how long did you have to work in clubs as a bouncer? When did you were able to survive as a singer?
Well, I think when I was about 20, 21, I had my very first live gig in Delicious Donuts in the early 90s. I really don't remember when it was exactly. Maybe I have to ask my friends.
You can check.
So it was the very first time on stage. And I worked in different clubs. I worked in Sage Club, Delicious Donuts, Oxymoron, earlier days in Vereinsheim at the door. I had, of course, the first gigs I had, they were not paid. And so I knew the whole club scene in Berlin, and I could sing in a lot of clubs. And but at the beginning there was no money. Later on, maybe for 50 marks, then 100 marks, and then I made more and more songs, more recordings. Through the years, I worked with so many DJs and producers, so many known and not known. But
can you tell me about a few that you really enjoyed working with?
Well, there were so many, but for myself, because I remember those times at the early 90s, there was a big, how do you say that? It was kind of a fight, or how can I say, between hip hop and techno, because techno was kind of new, house and techno, and so the feeling between those two music styles was not so good. And I started to work also at that time, during the same time I worked on different music styles with some house and techno people, but also with some R&B and hip hop people. And I've been on stage with Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, with Curtis Blow. And the most, for me, the most wonderful person is Afrika Bambaataa, because I've been singing several times with him. And I enjoy it a lot when I'm with him, because he's also very, very open for any kind of music styles. And one day he gave me a chain, and he said, "Now you're a Zulu queen." And that means I'm in the Zulu nation, because the Zulu nation is, nobody knows them nowadays, or the young people, but the older people might know them. And it's made from Afrika Bambaataa, and he wanted to unite those two elements. He likes to unite any kind of musical elements, and I'm very proud to be in that Zulu nation, because music is music.
Yeah, that's nice. And you have a release with him? You have releases with him? Things with him?
No, I've been always doing live things with him.
Okay.
And I
We
think
can't
the
check
last,
something on the YouTube, maybe that's been filmed?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I think Africa Islam gave me once a recording, but only on tape. I was singing along to his set in Watergate. And I remember one day, I think it was, maybe it was the Love Parade, because I've been singing the Love Parade anthem in 1999, and I think it wasn't that year. He was on the same track like me, and we were singing the whole day, really the whole day on the track. And I had to sing my anthem at the end for 1.5 million people. And the next day we met on a party. Every time after a Love Parade there was a barbecue. I think it was sponsored from Marlboro, I don't know. Marlboro barbecue that was for, I don't know how many years, but a lot of years after the Love Parade. So we met there the next day, and Africa and me, we had no voice at all, because we were singing like 8-9 hours and screaming, of course, because there was so many people and the energy was so great. And yeah, it was very funny, but I like him a lot. He's a very, very special person. But there are so many people I work with. Everybody's kind of special. In his
What's
way.
really important for you as a singer? What do you want to share? Is it working with people, public? What's your
Well, the most
drive? And so?
I always like to say that music is the greatest drug on this earth. Because music is something that you can feel, but everybody else can feel it with you at the same time. And I think the best is when you are on stage and you are so connected to the people that you have all the same energy, and it's just the best feeling I know.
Yeah, I understand. The stage.
Yeah, live. I'm a live singer. I make a lot of recordings. I enjoy it, and I also write them and melodies. But there's nothing better than to be on stage.
I understand. You've mostly been working with electronic music, Is that a choice, or it's just because you met these people and it just happened like that?
No, it was my choice, absolutely. Because I told you, then I started to make some hip hop and R&B productions, and I didn't like the attitude in that scene. I felt uncomfortable. Also with, I think it was kind of a racism from these black R&B singers against me, and I felt not very good. I felt not welcomed because maybe because I'm white and I have a strong voice. I have no idea, but maybe this is just the way they are treating each other. I have no idea. There's a lot of concurrence. And with the guys, it was the same thing. I mean, every hip-hop guy comes up to you, hey baby, I'm the best, yeah, I'm gonna do it to you tonight, and you're never gonna forget it. And I just thought, hey, what the hell is this?
Well, there's an attitude towards women that's quite obvious.
Well, I couldn't get along with it, and so I always made house and electro, and I found out that this is my music, this is good for my heart, people are more relaxed. There's not such a big concurrence. They are all together. Well, you sing about happiness. You sing about love. This is what the house music is about, and also electronic music. And this is where I feel absolutely I'm here. I have to be here in that thing.
You always write the lyrics when you're on live on stage, or you do cover versions?
When I'm live on stage, I'm making a mixture between classic house songs and my own songs, because there are some classic house songs that everybody adores and that I adore too, and that I know for my whole life, and I'm enjoying it because it's nice to hear some songs that you don't hear every day, but you know them.
Makes people feel comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Which one is your favorite?
It's Deeper Love from Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Deeper Love, I think I sing it nearly always because, yeah, it gives you power.
Does it happen that you meet young singers? What would you tell them?
I remember I had a gig in Taiwan, in Taipei, and it was a big club. Everything was good. I had a lot of success because I was singing also a song where the refrain was in Chinese. I learned 2 years Chinese.
Oh, you did?
Yes, because I was touring a lot. I was a lot in Shanghai, in Hong Kong, in Taiwan.
Shanghai, I've been there too.
Yes, it's beautiful. For me, a little bit too big, and I couldn't live there, but it's nice to see that all. So I had a gig in Taiwan, in Taipei. And after the gig, they brought me to a VIP area, and there were some people in there, and there was a girl, and she said, you gave me so much energy, wow, that was so great. And I said, thank you. And I said, what are you doing? And she said, yes, well, I'm also singing. And I said, where do you sing? Well, at home. And I said, whoa, why? Oh, you hear my song? This is my mobile, and it's my favorite song that I'm singing. But I won't, if I wait. Can you wait?
Yeah.